What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 26, season 4 of the Monday Night Wars. I am Chad Talks, and joining me as always is Jmack Gaming.
Chad, this friendship right here is about to turn into a battleground.
Ooh.
Yeah.
No, well, I guess we're going to battle.
We're going to fight right now.
Right now? Oh, you hit me.
Yeah. I hit you.
You did,
bitch.
and I struck back.
Yeah, well, I covered your eyes.
And then you moved my hat over my face like a coward.
No, it's just smart.
Justin's afraid to fight me straight up.
It's a strategy, Chad. We're here in the Talking Stick Resort Arena live in Phoenix, Arizona. Don't look at the expected attendance of 106,000.
Yeah.
Look at the capacity of where we're at, all right?
A lot of people are going to be real mad they couldn't get into the arena.
Yeah, I don't know why. I know we're 98 pop in the Southwest, but get it together, boys. We're here, Phoenix, Arizona, Talking Stick Resort Arena. We could have done it somewhere else in Phoenix, but it's Battleground. It's a kind of a B pay-per-view, somewhat. It used to be King of the Ring.
Yeah.
Why are you so far away?
I don't think I'm that far away.
To the mic, yes. You don't have to get too close to me.
I wasn't talking at that point. I would have hunched over.
Put your balls off me again. We're here. Let's run over last year's King of the... Well, it would have been... This is the first ever Battleground. There's nothing to go after. Because last year was King of the Ring, Chad.
Right.
Where we saw Triple H defeat Redacted to win the King of the Ring. And Mystico Stasiak.
And Mystico also defeated Redacted.
Clyde Flanders beat Randy Savage in DDP, but lost to Booker T. Oh, my God. What a run that was. Lenny Lane retaining the European Championship over Buff. Latin Lover. Oh, man. The Latin Lover, Chavo, and the La Resistance defeating Edge, Christian, and Second City Saints. Dean Malenko, Alex Wright was a match.
Wow.
Chad Collier defeating Scott Steiner. Triple H and Stasiak was a co-main, or a semifinal. Stone Cold Mystico was a semifinal. No King of the Ring this year, people.
Nope. Battleground.
New pay-per-view, it's Battleground. You saw, let's get into it. We got a lot to get over. We got a lot to get through tonight. We start off on the pre-show, though, Chad. A pre-show. A pre-show. I got to get the Doodly boys. We have Christian trying to go into the Bashram's locker room to give him some kind words and advice, but they tell him to leave. They got to get ready and get focused for their big match, Chad. Their big tag team title match against Bryan Anderson and Dean Malenko, the Boston Combat Club, and they just shoo him out. And Christian is really sad about that. He's sad.
He's sad.
We get what happened the last week. Kishi and JBL, we saw the little stare down last week. They come to the pre-show right now, Chad, in a... Oh, I didn't book the match. No, I left it on the main card.
Oh.
Whoopsie. So Kishi and JBL's on the main card, and we have a pre-show battle royal for the pre-show championship, Chad.
Nice.
We haven't seen this in a while, have we?
We haven't, no.
We see King Ikea. Wow, King Ikea getting it. In the final four were just Incredible, Paul London, and Scott Vick, when Credible was the last elimination, Chad. The last one. How do you feel about that?
It's crazy.
How do you yeah, it's King Ikea.
Good for King Ikea.
And we have one more.
Considering he was almost fired earlier this month.
We have one more pre-show match. It's Kane defeating Snitsky here, and they have great chemistry.
Nice.
They had great chemistry teaming. They have great chemistry fighting. I wonder if that happens with everyone.
I don't know. No, because Matt and Jeff had horrible chemistry.
Oh, you're right.
But they've got great chemistry teaming.
Right.
Yeah.
That's crazy. All right, we move on, Chad. We get to the main card.
Yeah.
It's the hype package with our two main events: Brock Lesnar, Kurt Angle, and Chris Jericho. That the Raw World Championship on the line in a triple threat match, and we also see The Undertaker taking on Masawa. Those are two big matches, Chad.
Yeah.
And we shoot a camera up to the suites. It's the Black McMahon family watching up there.
What's huge? Scouting out potential, maybe some potential future main eventers to maybe, just scout, looking at the company.
What are they doing up there in the suites? They're watching the show.
Nothing good.
What are they doing, Chad? Let's write down right now. Chad, you are, at the moment, 8-9.
8-9.
8-9. You're under 500 here. Third pay-per-view of the year, since Mania. There's a lot of matches on this card. Can you do it?
I think so.
All right. Well, what do you think the first match of the night will be, Chad?
Oh, that I have no idea. I'll say Cruiserweight Champion, or Light Heavyweight Championship match.
We're going to start off, Chad, with one of our main events.
Ooh.
One of the biggest matches in Raw history. It's Chris Jericho.
Wow, we're opening.
It's Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar, starting the show off strong. Who do you got?
See, this is the one I'm not sure about because I think there's reasons for all three. I'm going to go with Chris Jericho.
Chris Jericho. Chad, it would make sense that you go with Chris Jericho. He was one of your baby boys in WCW.
Yeah,
Chad.
exactly.
And, you know, he's had a great run in WWE, but I'll let the game show you who won, Chad. Okay. I'll let the game show you. In an exceptional match. I haven't even hit next segment yet. An exceptional match here, Chad. He gets it done. Kurt Angle.
Wow, good for Kurt
Tapping
Angle.
out. Well, I was an elimination, whatever. Tapping out Brock Lesnar to get it done and is your new interim world heavyweight champion. The first ever time he's got world championship gold around his way. Kurt Angle, the Olympic gold medalist, gets it done,
Good
Chad.
for Kurt Angle.
Are you surprised by that?
Kurt Angle was my second choice, actually, if I'm going to be honest.
You didn't think Brock was going to win it?
I wouldn't have surprised me, but no, Brock was my third option. I thought it was going to be Jericho or Angle.
Wow.
Because Kurt Angle winning the interim championship makes a lot of sense. So that's
He
kind
still
of
hasn't won the big one.
right.
The real one.
Which is why I was like, if it's not Jericho, it'll be Angle.
There you go. And he's celebrating. He's crying in the ring. He finally, after 4 or 5 years of being in the WWE, his first ever world championship. He's crying. He knows this is all he's ever wanted.
Good for Kurt Angle.
And he finally gets it done. Big win for Kurt Angle. Chad, we move on. Here, making their way down to the ring. It's the light heavyweight championship on the line. The two guys that respect each other. El Samurai, former WCW Global Tag Team Champion. Shannon Moore, former WCW World Heavyweight Champion. Now fighting for the WWE Light Heavyweight Championship. That just shows you, the top of the mountain in WCW could only get you to the bottom of the mountain in WWE. Yeah. You gotta, just because you're good over there doesn't. It's like the minor leagues. You're top of AA, but you're the bottom of the MLB. You know?
Right, 100%.
Makes sense. You're the G League MVP, but you're the 10th man in the NBA. That's kind of how it is, Jen.
Makes sense, I guess.
That hurts your feelings. Who wins, Jen?
I'm gonna go with El Samurai for the upset.
El Samurai with the upset. He just signed here for a 1-year deal to WWE. Shannon Moore, big hot free agent, and they don't click, but it doesn't matter. Shannon Moore hits him with the Morgasm and makes this defense number 2 of the WWE Light Heavyweight Championship. Chad saying damn before I even read off the results. That is my number 1 pet peeve.
Sorry.
Let me read it to you and you respond. We move on, Chad. Oh, there was no build-up.
I didn't look.
China Lita, who do you got?
China.
Yeah, China gets the big job done. But she wasn't at 100%, Chad.
Ooh.
Was not at 100%. That knee is still bothering her. And there are reports that she will have to go get it looked at. And the rumors are that she waived off doctor's orders just to compete in this match. But she will go, it sounds like she has to go to the doctors after this. We'll see what is going on with her knee after this. We saw Lita on Monday Night Raw hit her with the back of the knee with a chair.
Yeah, we did.
But Lita, China says no matter what, it doesn't matter if you beat me down, blindside me, attack me, shame me online, slander, cancel me on Twitter, I will never lose this title. No one will ever beat me for this title. Now, Chad, you got that one right. So you're 1-2. But we know the big match for Chad. This is Chad's. This is everything for Chad.
Hell yeah, baby.
It's Chad and the Big Rig Fig. 2 former best friends turned enemies fight for the European Championship held by the Big Rig Fig. Can the Big Rig Fig defend it? Or can Chad is the conspiracy theory going to be proven true by Chad and he will win the belt?
I'm going to kick this fucker's ass.
Chad, after a back and forth match, you got the big dub, Chad. You got it done. Chad Collier is the new European champion.
I am the European champion. Once again.
A great match for Chad Collier. Big Rig Fig, he tried. A valiant effort from the champion, but you know what? The Flat Earther got it done, Chad Collier. We move on. It's tag team title match time, Chad. It's the Basham brothers, who are on the greatest run in their careers. 11-3 in the last few months. getting it done. Got already a win over Danielson and Malenko in a 3-on-3 match, technically. Can they get the job done over the Boston Combat Club? Two guys that have held these belts for a little bit now. Who do you have in this match,
I've got the Bashams.
Chad has got the Bashams. That's a great pick. They're about to get it done. They got them up. They're about to hit their 4D. The 4D chess, they call it, Chad. It's like the 3D, but it's 4D.
Right.
And you know who comes out and distracts them?
Christian
a man they shunned earlier. Christian Cage, out of frustration and spite, distracts the Bashams. And Bryan Danielson and Dean Malenko get it done. And a Falls Count Anywhere match. I guess this was a Falls Count Anywhere match.
Man.
And they get it done, following interference from Christian Cage on defense number 2 of these WWE World Tag Team titles. Christian fucks him over, Chad.
Damn.
What an asshole.
What an asshole.
What an asshole. He's gonna have to answer that on Monday Night Raw. You better turn in. I guess I'll ask you about this because we now know Kishi and JBL's on the main card, and that's up next, Chad. Who do you got?
I got JBL.
Yeah, JBL wins in 14:46 with a powerbomb.
I think this is the push.
Yeah, it could be the push. We move on. It's time for War Games, Chad.
Ooh, hell yeah.
It's time for the War Games. Who do you got? Do you got the new up-and-coming superstars, the family? Or do you got the old bastards that smoke cigars and fuck bitches for a living, the Gentleman's Club?
As much as I want to give the Gentleman's Club the win, I think it's the family.
Well, Chad,
I think we're going to christen
in one of the most brutal and bloody matches in all of the save, they get it done. The family win in a War Games match when Stevie Richard pins Kurt Hennig with a Stevie kick. And Mike Sanders, only at 36. That's not great.
It's not great.
Did not realize he sucked. But everyone else, basically the same. A big win for the family right there, Chad.
Big win.
Winning a War Games match against guys like Ric Flair, Kurt Hennig, DDP, and Arn Anderson. That's got to put a lot of hair on their balls and chest, Chad.
Has to.
Put a lot of respect in the boys' back.
Put some respect on the name.
Yeah. We move on, Chad. Someone's front row.
Ooh.
Chavo Guerrero. He's front row.
Wow.
He will be back soon, says Jim Ross and Michael Cole. He got injured last year. Was out for almost 14 months. He's back next week.
That's crazy.
That's unbelievable. We're glad to have him back.
We missed you, Chavo.
We missed you, Chavo. But now we got some business to take care of.
Yes, we do.
It's Goldberg and Cena time, baby. Who do you got, Chad? Goldberg, man.
It's tough because I don't think either one of these guys should lose.
Ooh, maybe it's a draw.
I don't think it's a draw. I'm gonna go Goldberg.
Why?
I don't know. My gut's just gonna go Goldberg.
Chad's gonna say Goldberg.
You're paying him so much money.
I'm paying both of them a lot of money. True. They're both over $1.5 million. So that has nothing to do with it. Well, Goldberg is. He had a fucking wage matching, didn't he?
Yep.
Well, Chad, you know what Goldberg says. You're wrong.
Oh, damn.
I'm joking. Goldberg defeats him with a spear.
Ah, yes.
In 2003 with the spear. Not enough selling on display. Goldberg, not a great seller.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Not a great seller. Can't sell anything.
He can't.
Big win though, Goldberg. A huge spear over one of the youngest. This is. You got to keep your eyes on John Cena, man. He might be the future of professional wrestling. When you think of future, you think of AJ Styles and John Cena. I think those are the two guys that that everyone's gonna be like around, gravitating towards in 2006, 7, and 8 and beyond. Those are the two guys. And John Cena, he's not there yet because Goldberg gets it done. What does that mean for John Cena and Goldberg? What does this mean for Cena's Great Slambino call out for SummerSlam?
I don't know.
We move on, Chad. Backstage, Orton is trying to calm down Brock Lesnar. He's pissed off. He's throwing shit around the locker room. And Lesnar pushes him, and they start fighting. And Tyson has to break him up, Chad.
Just do it by knocking him out? Just punching him?
No, he just broke him. He's like, what the fuck, guys? Stop it. We're a family. All right, we're the longest running stable in this save. All right, no stable makes it a year. We're 2 years deep now. We're not dying now. All right. Randy was just trying to calm you down, Brock. Okay, you're hot, you're heated, you lost. I get it. I understand. I'm sorry. Randy was just trying to be a good friend. And Brock Lesnar just walks away.
Damn.
We move on. We now have time for a United States Championship match, Jen.
Ooh.
It's the Latin Lover against number one prospect in the Double J record compound. It's Chris Daniels, Latin Lover. Chad, who do you got?
I got Latin Lover.
You got the Latin Lover. Chris Daniels, he's a part of Double J Records.
True, I still got Latin Lover.
Well, and then, oh my God, a 98. Holy moly, Latin Lover does get the win in 1944 with the La Casita. Chris Daniels, you know what? Something happened here, Chad. Maybe Jeff Jarrett technically was not down there. Maybe that was the key right there. Jeff Jarrett being hurt and not being by.
Christopher Daniels was trying to let his hair down, but it couldn't work.
Yep, Latin Lover combed him.
Yeah. Combed him.
We got 3 more matches, Chad.
Ooh.
Can you name all 3?
No,
it's cool.
We'll move. Misawa Big Show. Or not Misawa.
No, you're done. All right. We got
Taker
Sean Morley and Triple H up next, Chad. Sean fucking Big Show. Big Show's not even on my show.
I said Big Show.
You got that last one right?
I did. What am I at right now?
You also got Goldberg right?
I did, yeah.
Okay. You're doing very good. You're 6-3.
6-3? Okay.
6-3.
This one I'm not really sure about. I'm going to go with Sean Morley.
Sean Morley, the man
Triple H,
who has really not lost since coming over from WCW. A man that only won 7 matches in WCW in 3.5 years. Has come over and already doubled it, his win percentage. Triple H, the game, we saw him, 2 weeks ago in that Intercontinental match. Sean Morley, Triple H took it upon himself to try to injure and maim Sean Morley. But Sean Morley's a man that will not die. And he gets hard and stays hard.
Yeah, exactly. He's erect and he's ready to party.
He's erect?
He's erect. He's going to erect you.
Why is he erect?
He's erect. He's a wrecking crew. He's a wrecking ball.
That's what you meant? Not hard?
Well, is the play on words, Justin. Ooh, kinky.
Who do you got?
I got Sean Morley.
Well, in a 93 match, don't damn before I read it to you, Chad.
I was looking at the match rating. I got 93. I thought I was going to do better.
No, I'm glad. I thought it was going to do worse. Triple H defeats Sean Morley in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Wow, apparently they're all over the
all over the place. That's why it's Battleground, because anywhere on the ground you can score a pin.
A huge, great showing from Sean Morley, though,
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And then Triple H gets in his face with a microphone and tells him, it's not your time. It's the game's time. Just write this down, Sean Morley. You're not ready, kid. You'll never be ready, kid. Go back to that old company across the street and pretend you can go wrestle with some right to censor team and go do absolutely nothing with your life.
Damn.
Spits in him. And now we got a co-main event, Chad. SmackDown Tag Team belts on the line. It's Grenier and Conway, the murderers, taking on the final bosses of professional wrestling in the tag team division, Hashimoto and Kojima. Who do you got?
Oh, Hashimoto and Kojima are going to win this.
Oh, that's a good guess. But in 85, they do get the win here when Kojima taps out Savon Grenier, and they make this defense number 1 of this SmackDown Tag Team Championships, which now leads us to the main event, Chad. A match that I've been looking forward to for a while. It's The Undertaker, and it's Misawa. It's the Dead Man versus the final boss of professional wrestling, a nickname I know you hate.
Yeah, because it was mine first.
Who do you got, Chad?
I got Misawa.
Wow. What, really? Taker just won the Bout of Mania. Do you think Taker was a transitional champion?
Yes.
Interesting. And then in 99, Misawa gets it done. The final boss of professional wrestling.
There we go.
Wins the belt with a Tiger Driver in 24-44, and what people are saying was one of the greatest matches of the night. The greatest match of the night. And they all celebrate. The final boss is in the middle of the ring. All 3 of them with gold, standing like this, stepping on the dead man.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah.
And Cornette going, I told you, motherfuckers!
He's holding his tennis
told
racket.
you! And that is the end of the show. A 98. The door is open.
The door is open.
But it's not a lot of room right there.
It's going to be tough.
A 98. No hundreds here tonight.
No.
Which is crazy. But Latin Lover Daniel's getting a 98, that's very. I was not expecting that to be a 98.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't think anyone was. Lowest match in the card, War Games, which hurts. Which hurts.
We had a lot of old bastards in that match.
Yeah, that was just, I wanted to get those guys more wins.
Yeah.
And I wanted them to do it without Booker T having to take a loss. That's why Booker was not in it. Booker's tired of taking losses to Stevie Richards.
Makes sense.
That's Battleground, Chad.
Battleground.
You have a show you got a show to top here.
I do.
And I need some top too.
Okay.
We'll see you.
We'll see ya.
Live. From Great American Bash.
Yeah. And
Yep.
All right, guys, we are here for Great American Bash, Justin. We're going to have Bret Hart versus Chris Benoit, both belts on the line, and we've got much, much more in store for us. Justin, how are you feeling for this pay-per-view?
What do you mean?
Are you excited? Get closer to the microphone.
I'm right here right now.
So
I feel good.
good. Right
I
on.
don't know why I would feel any different.
Any match you're excited about particularly?
Homicide.
All right.
I'm glad he got kicked out just to be brought in next week. It made me happy.
It made you happy. I've got the card. Don't look. We're just going to jump right into it, Justin.
Okay.
Don't look.
I'm not.
Good. So we first start off a pre-show match, and a pre-show match that had Subpower Wrestling a little heat. The World's Greatest Tag Team defeated Roadhead in 10:01 when Charlie Haas submitted Roadhead with the Haas of Pain.
There you go.
And Road Warriors has been a cracked tailbone.
Okay. All right.
We've got another.
You go so fast. You can talk about these matches.
There's nothing really to talk about. I just wanted to get them a little win. Same with this match. The pre-show match, Ron Killings defeated Alfred Snow with Truth or Consequences. Okay. And again, just a little pre-show to give Ron Killings something to do. Yeah. And get Alfred Snow on the card.
Oh, yeah.
Quite frankly.
Yeah, I forgot he was here.
Yeah, signed a new contract.
And you lost.
Yes.
What's the point?
And we've got yet another pre-show match. And in this one, we've got Matt Cross and Lash LaRue defeating Payback in 10:07 when Matt Cross submitted Lance Storm, and they're hoping to be just like their mentor Ken Shamrock. Hopefully, they can all be successful tonight and get some wins.
I wouldn't plan on it.
And our pre-show main event, Steve Corino versus Bobby Roode in a pre-show bout that had decent wrestling, but not much heat. Bobby Roode defeated Steve Corino in 15:01 with a Rude Awakening.
Okay.
So, Bobby Roode getting a little win. He's not on the card, but he came back from injury, and I just wanted him to have something to do. And we start out with our Great American Bash intro package. It's helping up all of our big matches. We got Bret Hart versus Benoit, title versus title. We've got Rey Mysterio, Ken Shamrock, Juventud, and Minoru Suzuki for the vacated Universal Championship that was stripped away from The Rock after he got hurt. And we've got Rob Van Dam versus Shawn Michaels. And we've got much, much more in store for you all today. Justin, I've got the card here. I'm just going to start asking you. I'm going to start asking you.
All right.
We're starting off with Scars and Stripes.
I have no idea who's in this.
AJ Styles versus
I do not remember.
Homicide versus Shane Douglas versus Chris Candido versus Eddie Colon.
When the fuck did Shane Douglas get in this?
Or, sorry, it's not Shane Douglas. I fixed it, but I forgot to switch the name. It's Shane Helms. Okay. Shane Douglas is not in it, but I promise Shane Helms is in the match.
AJ Styles.
You're picking AJ Styles.
Yeah. I don't remember.
And a decent match. AJ Styles defeated Homicide, Shane Helms, Chris Candido, and Eddie Colon in a ladder match when AJ retrieved the item after Homicide had been taken out by Eric Young. Homicide had that gimmick where he was like fingertips away, but Eric Young came out from the crowd, ran up the ladder, hit him with a DDT off the ladder, and AJ was able to climb up and capitalize and make defense number 2 of the Cruiserweight title.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Okay. We are off to a 65, Justin.
Are you going to be struggling to read this every time?
No. We got our next match, Justin. We've got the Hardy Boys versus Vader and the tag team partner of his choosing. Do you want to know who his tag team partner is before you pick, or are you ready for your prediction?
I thought it was Monty Brown.
What? Monty Brown asked, and Vader said no.
I don't know who else it could be.
Well, Justin, I'll tell you. We get the return of Big in Japan as the decent match. The Hardy Boys defeated Vader and Scott Norton when Jeff Hardy submitted Scott Norton with a Texas Cloverleaf and make defense number 5 of the WCW World Tag Team titles. And then after that match, Monty Brown shows up and tells Vader, listen, you would have won if I was your opponent. But Vader said...
No, Vader got hurt. He wouldn't have won anything.
Vader said...
You glossed over that. You didn't even say anything about Vader.
Yeah, Vader did get hurt.
Dislocating his shoulder.
He dislocated his shoulder. But Vader then, with a dislocated shoulder, Vader bombs Monty Brown.
Okay.
So, there's that. We come next.
Just keep it open for my own sake.
We got, next up, we've got... Ooh, Justin, we've got the Tough Enough Rookies.
Oh.
They're showing
I didn't
the
even know they were
Tough
doing this.
Enough Rookies. We've got Scoot Andrews, TJ Wilson, Christian York, Stretch Major, Kevin Steen, Sean O'Hare, Nick Dinsmore, and Sonny Siaki.
Was Sean O'Hare in
I
this?
do not think Sean O'Hare was in it last year.
Okay.
But one of these men is going to earn a WCW contract. Now, they don't know their coaches yet. They're going to announce that this upcoming week. However, Jeremy Borash announces as the host of Tough Enough that we're going to give the fans their first look at what you can do, because you are all wrestling in a match right now.
Ooh.
Justin, do you want to make a pick?
No.
No?
No. Is this random? If you don't keep that fucking screen
I don't know how to keep it on. It's just there. It's okay, though. It doesn't take that much time. But in about,
Where's the flow for you?
they had terrible wrestling and non-existent crowd heat.
Oh,
Nick
the
Dinsmore.
WWE guy won it.
Nick Dinsmore defeated TJ Wilson, Christian York, Stretch Major, Kevin Steen, Sean O'Hare, Scoot Andrews, and Sonny Siaki in 9:33 when Nick Dinsmore pinned TJ Wilson with a German suplex. Let's take a look at some of these overalls. Sonny Siaki put up a 53. He was the best overall. Everybody else doing about the same. You know what, though? Last year we had guys that were very different in skill. So I think this is a very even competition with these guys. So next up, we've got, of course, after the rookies showed what they have, we've got, Justin, a match that was added on the go-home. Shane Douglas and Kip James versus the FBI.
Was it added on the go home?
All right, yeah, it was added on the go-home.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Well,
Did it not already happen too?
It did not.
Are you sure this match hasn't happened before?
I'm pretty sure.
Who just beat the FBI last week?
I'll have to look. But anyway, they had a match. Who do you have, FBI or Kip James and Shane Douglas?
You don't need to. I don't need to answer this.
Okay, well.
I don't need to answer.
In a decent match, Shane Douglas and Kip James defeated Tony Mamaluke and Little Guido when Kip James pinned Tony Mamaluke with a gunslinger.
And I think you know why I wasn't going to answer that.
So there we go. These guys getting a little win here. And then after the match, Little Guido and Tony Mamaluke are getting back up. The lights go off. And when they turn back on, Abyss and Mil Muertes are here. And they both attack Little Guido and Tony Mamaluke.
That's just mean. That's just rude. Why?
So they are here. They've turned up. They said they'd be here.
They were there at Thunder.
Correct. No, they weren't. They were not Thunder.
Yeah.
No, they were at the Go Home for Nitro.
Oh, whatever. That's a fucking difference, brother.
But next up, Justin, we've got Low D versus Dark Shark. Who do you got?
Okay, Dark Shark.
You're picking Dark Shark.
Name someone and not push him.
Well, in this match, Low D defeated Dark Shark at 1529
a new gimmick.
with an aerial brain buster.
For what? For what?
Listen, Low D's former Cruiserweight champion. After the match, he grabs a microphone and he says,
For his former tag team
he says, Billy Kidman, I'm sick and tired of your shit. Next week, I'm challenging AJ Styles to a Cruiserweight championship match. And if I don't get it, Billy Kidman, I'm going to make Thunder a living hell for you. But Justin, that brings us to our 1-on-2 handicap match, Raven versus Owen Hart and Sting. Now, Raven, no disqualifications. And he can have pinfalls anywhere. Okay. Owen and Sting, normal wrestling rules apply.
Okay.
They also have to pin by a 5 count.
All right.
Who do you got?
I don't know. I don't know, Sting.
You're picking Sting?
I don't fucking know.
And about that had good wrestling and good heat. Raven defeated Owen Hart and Sting when Sting intentionally got disqualified while fighting Raven. So basically they said, we know we could get disqualified, but we don't care. And they used weapons and they attacked Raven once Raven started getting the upper hand and getting themselves disqualified. Which brings us to, Justin, the Big Show is in the ring.
Oh.
And the Big Show's in the ring, and he says, "Great American Bash, hello," and don't worry. I know. Hi, everyone. I know you're all bummed because I'm not booked to compete tonight. However, I decided to showcase to all of you just how dominant of an athlete I am. First things first. He shows off like statistics. He said, I went to the draft combine just to like show what I could do. And I showed all those soon to be NFL rookies that I was faster than them, stronger than them, and better than them in any way.
Why did he do the combine in June? It's in April.
Well, he had his own little draft combine and he invited the prospects.
The ones that are already drafted?
Yeah, the ones who were already drafted. He showed them. He went toe to toe and showed he was already better than them. So they're not even upcoming. Already NFL rookies. He's better than them. He had a competition, invited a bunch of NFL rookies, beat them. He said, I want to show you this trophy. And he shows a trophy and he says, you see, when I'm not wrestling, I'm also a bare knuckle boxer. And this is the bare knuckle boxing championship, which shows you that I'm a better fighter than a trained fighter. He looks over here and he shows a medal, and it was a fewest goals let in college. He said, in college, I was the best goalie on my hockey team. I'm the best athlete, and I'm here in Boston, Massachusetts to tell you all. And listen, I know that there's a lot of athletes, but great professional athletes that come to play in Boston. I know there's a lot who have played in Boston. Like, a lot of teams come through here, but I'm better than all of them too. In fact, I heard that we had an athlete in attendance tonight who played the Boston Celtics last night, and I'd like to welcome him to the ring right now. And Shaquille O'Neal shows up, and everyone is hyped for Shaquille O'Neal. And he says, now, Shaq, I know that you think you're the best basketball player of all time. I mean, look at you. You're big, you're strong, you've got charisma. But Shaq, no matter what, you'll always be the second best athlete because I am the best. And Shaq, he says, he says, Big Show. Listen, the only thing.
So many questions. Why are they playing the Celtics in the middle of June?
It's a
Celtics suck in 2002.
Not in this save. Listen, if they're doing season 2 of Seinfeld, that happens, and they're way past season 2 in 2002.
They're season 3.
They're doing Boston. They're playing Boston here.
The NBA Finals in 2002 was the Lakers Celtics.
Yep.
Could you name 2 players on the Celtics team in 2002?
No, doesn't matter.
Could you name one?
2002 Boston Celtics. Paul Pierce.
There you go. I can't name 2 though.
But anyway, they do a little back and forth, and Shaquille O'Neal, Justin, actually pushes the Big Show. And Big Show, he says, I'm not doing this here. If you want to fight me, you know what? We'll do this. We'll settle this later. I'm not doing this. And as Big Show's getting ready to leave, he tries to sucker punch Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal moves out of the way and big boots the Big Show, and the crowd loses it as Shaquille O'Neal celebrates with the people of Boston today. Justin, Shaquille O'Neal is at WCW.
Yeah, you're welcome.
That's crazy.
He wasn't in his database. I made him just for Chad.
I know, we had to make him. So after that, Justin, we've got our last women's standing match, Trish Stratus versus Debbie Malenko. Now, this wasn't hyped up on the go home because Trish was still recovering from the beatdown from Debbie Malenko.
Okay.
Well, who'd you pick? I forgot to ask who you got.
Then
but
Trish. Come on.
Cool. Well, in this match, you were right. Trish Stratus did defeat Debbie Malenko in a one-on-one last women's standing match in 1507 when Debbie Malenko could not beat the 10 count after a Stratusfaction. And Trish Stratus makes defense number 2 of the women's title. Huge, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely huge. Justin, it brings us to our next segment.
Was Debbie okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Brings us to this. Hulk Hogan and Chase Tatum, the tag team champions, taking on the Wild Boys. Now, Hulk Hogan and Chase Tatum, they come down to the ring. Crowd's happy to see their tag team champions. The Wild Boys are standing at the ramp. And the Wild Boys say, now listen, we've been thinking long and hard about which members of the Wild Boys are going to face off for the tag team championships. And listen, we've thought about it, and we think we have the best matchup possible. And Hulk, we want to let you know that not only do we think that this matchup makes us, is going to get better of you because we are better than you, but we're also, Hulk, smarter than you. And the Wild Boys, we got friends in low places. And while that's happening, Chase Tatum is ripping off his Immortal Gentleman's t-shirt, and you see a Wild Boys t-shirt as Chase Tatum attacks Hulk Hogan from behind and then goes and walks away to go join Ken Anderson on the sideline. Dave Bautista and Chuck Palumbo defeat the Immortal Gentleman when Dave Bautista pins Hulk Hogan with a sit-out powerbomb, and Dave Bautista and Chuck Palumbo win the WCW Tag Team titles. And the Wild Boys are all hugging Chase Tatum. They're hugging Chase, and Chase Tatum leans over, grabs a microphone, and he said, "Like I said, Hulk, I will always fight for the people I love." And he throws the microphone down, and the Wild Boys, they party in the ring as Batista and Chuck Palumbo just won the tag team titles.
Oh, you didn't even ask me about them.
Oh, you're right, I didn't.
I would have guessed them too.
Yeah, that's smart. That's smart. Which brings us, Justin, to our next match, Devon Dudley versus CM Punk for the television championship.
I mean, it makes sense that it's Devon Dudley, but come on, it's Punk. It's Punk.
In a good match, CM Punk defeated Devon Dudley in 1431 by submission with an arm triangle choke. Devon did not tap out. He passed out. But the match had a lot of interference. Mainly, Stacy Keibler distracted CM Punk. Bubba Ray Dudley ran in to also attack Punk because Perry Saturn and Nash Hall kept getting involved. Lots of interferences, lots of run-ins. And actually, Devon got distracted when CM Punk accidentally ran in and knocked Stacy Keibler off the ropes. Oh. But CM Punk defends his television championship, Justin. Interesting indeed. After that match, we've got, of course, CM Punk and his society, and a guy who's supposed to be Scott Hall, but Scoot Andrews comes out, and CM Punk says, "Listen, Scoot Andrews, we haven't announced who is going to be coaches yet, but you've seen what I can do. I'm the television champion, and I see Scoot what you did in the ring, and I was impressed. You didn't win, but I think under my tutelage, Scoot Andrews, you could be the winner of Tough Enough. Now, what do you say?" And Scoot Andrews, he agrees to be coached by CM Punk. See, Justin, this is me rolling with it.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
You always didn't, and I always yelled at you for it.
And Justin, we leave off now. We've got our entrances for the Universal Championship. Rey Mysterio, Juventud Guerrera, Ken Shamrock, and Minoru Suzuki. Who do you have?
Did you still go with what you were doing? Or
No.
Oh, then I have no idea.
Okay, well, who are you gonna pick?
Shamrock.
You're picking Shamrock.
I hope Shamrock.
I
was hoping that you would roll with what you were.
I was going to, but then I thought of a story.
That's cowardness.
And then I thought of a story. But anyway, so these four men gave an absolute battle. I mean, they all hit all of their spots, their finishers. Every single person was in the driver's seat at some point in this match, right? Yeah. Ken Shamrock was just power bombing and suplexing people, just being a freak of an athlete. He even went top rope, Justin. He even went top rope, and he did that spot where Brock Lesnar jumped off the top rope and it hit that fucking the Evan Bourne like spot. I forgot what the move's called. Or no, he hit a swanton, didn't he? Yeah. Ken Shamrock hits a swanton off the top rope, and everyone loses their mind.
Lesnar did a moonsault.
It was a moonsault? Okay. Well, anyway, Shamrock did a moonsault off the top rope. Managed to hit Juventud. It was wild. Juventud even got some offense in. It was no disqualification, so he clunked lots of people with the ring steps. He, in particular. Ring bell, yeah. In particular, he was really going after Minoru Suzuki because Suzuki beat his ass on the go home show. Yeah. It was an all-out battle. Rey Mysterio, right? After Juventud and Ken Shamrock have a little fight in the back, Ken Shamrock was ringside. Hoovy jumped over the top rope. They spilled out. Ken Shamrock and Juventud are knocked out. Minoru Suzuki is in the ring with Rey. Rey gets him in position for the 619, hits the 619, and as he's about to jump off the top rope and hit the pin, all of a sudden, his longtime rival AJ Styles interferes in the match. And after that happened, Minoru Suzuki was able to get the win. And in about that superb wrestling and great heat, Minoru Suzuki defeats Ken Shamrock, Rey Mysterio, and Juventud when Suzuki submitted to he actually submitted Rey Mysterio. During the match, we had AJ distract Rey. Suzuki wins the Universal title. Suzuki stares down AJ and sticks his hand out. AJ shakes it, and as that's happening, the rest of Billy Kidman guys come out. Justin, the fix was in. Minoru Suzuki is the Universal Champion with Billy Kidman and his guys. Huge. Justin has left. He was so happy with this match. Listen, Minoru Suzuki has won the Universal Championship. which brings us to the entrances of Shawn Michaels and Rob Van Dam. Both these men want to be contenders for the World Championship, and they know they're going to have to beat the other person to get there. Justin, who do you got, Shawn Michaels or Rob Van Dam?
You wouldn't, yeah, RVD.
He's picking Rob Van Dam, and let's see if that pays off for him. In an exceptional match, Rob Van Dam defeats Shawn Michaels.
Not as good as I thought
In
it would
18, no, I thought it was going to be much better, but that's okay. RVD beats Shawn Michaels with a frog splash and continues to climb up the ranks. And Justin, we are here. It's main event time. Winner take all. Bret Hart versus Chris Benoit. World champion, United States champion. Both belts on the line. And also, Justin, a battle to see. I think it's a passing of the torch. It could be a battle. See, a match to see who's the better man. Who do you got?
Benoit.
You've got Chris Benoit. Well, this match was a long one. Both these men pulled out all the stops. There were sharpshooters. There were flying headbutts. There were all both these men just putting it all out on the line. But at the end of the day, in an exceptional match,
What the fuck happened?
Benoit seemed off his. Bret Hart was off his game.
Wow.
But in an exceptional match, Chris Benoit defeats Bret Hart in 1943 with a dragon suplex. And Chris Benoit wins the World Heavyweight Championship and makes defense number 28 of the United States Heavyweight Championship.
That's a disappointment.
Yep. And then after the match, Chris Benoit celebrates with both of his championships as Great American Bash gets a 92. So, but what a show, Justin. What a show.
I just can't just let Suzuki not be part of a group.
Listen, it's all.
I want him to run single and just beat the shit out of people.
Well, he might just do that. Who knows? I mean, he's in a group, but yeah.
Let him be a fucking solo.
But anyway,
the lone wolf Minoru Suzuki.
that was Great American Bash, Justin. We have a lot has happened, and we will see the fallout this week on Nitro. Everybody, I hope you enjoyed the pay-per-view. I had a lot of fun booking this. I think I've had compelling stories for like most of these cards. I mean, yeah, I had to add a couple things, but everything I added was to set stuff up. So I think we're in for a good treat, Justin. I've got some good things planned.
Good treat.
A good little treat. But anyway, that's enough for me. We will see you guys next time.